Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Sister Ustada Aisha Prime, and Jazakallahu khairan for this thought-provoking talk. I and the Board of MAPS directors have prepared a statement that I want to read out to you today. Inshallah, we'll send it out in email. The events since the brutal murder of George Floyd have been very traumatizing for all of us and rekindled much of the discussion around the history of systematic racism towards Black Americans in our country and its continued presence in our communities. At a personal level, I was so traumatized with the video of George Floyd's murder that I had to stop watching midway through it. I cannot even begin to imagine what the deep trauma felt by the Black Americans must have been. On May 29th, last Friday, I sent out an email condemning the killings and the trail of such police brutality towards Black Americans. We have since received many emails from community members, particularly our youth, about the inadequacy of my response and the presence of anti-Blackness and unconscious bias towards Black brothers and sisters within our own community. My email failed to acknowledge the deep pain within our Black brothers and sisters and lacked concrete action to combat such attitudes or the current situation. The MAPS board has had multiple discussions over the past few days and has come to appreciate and internalize the gravity of the situation. The board and I consider this a wake-up call and sincerely apologize for failing to acknowledge some of the inequities in our own community and the concerns of our Black Muslim youth and adults. In hindsight, we should have recognized the need to provide spiritual, mental, and emotional healing to our Black brothers and sisters, called out a specific set of actions we're taking to address these issues within our own community, and worked hand in hand with our Black leaders and activists in the community to learn how best to contribute to the broader discussions of systematic racism, police brutality, white supremacy that is happening at the national level, just beyond the work of MAPS Amen. I want to emphasize that MAPS was founded on the principle of treating everyone with respect and dignity, regardless of gender, race, and nationality. It is an integral part of our bylaws. While we at MAPS have been busy with a lot of initiatives and have made significant progress on many fronts, thanks to the support of the community, we have not prioritized addressing some of the grave racial issues highlighted by the youth and the community in their letter to the MAPS board. As they say, every dark cloud has a silver lining. Racial justice is core to our faith, and the focus on defeating Black anti-Black racism is a priority for the MAPS board of directors. That's why Prophet ﷺ specifically called out this behavior in his farewell sermon. All of mankind is from Adam and Eve, and Arab has no superiority over non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has superiority over an Arab. Also, a Black has no superiority over a white. Also, a white has no superiority over a Black, nor a Black has any superiority over white, except by piety and good action. It is therefore a responsibility to live up to this message and work towards repairing the trust with our Black brothers and sisters. We also have an obligation to ensure our youth feel heard and welcome in our masjid, because without our youth, our institutions will not have much of a legacy. While acknowledging the issue is the first step, we also recognize that it must go beyond acknowledgement to concrete actions and accountability. We recognize that we have much to learn on how these issues manifest and are perceived in your community so we can put in place measures to address them. Here are some things I and the board want to outline on how we plan to address this issue. Number one, educate. We need to understand the racial inequities at the societal level and how these manifest in our own communities. We are a diverse community of 5,000 plus members from 50 plus countries. To that end, we are grateful that we have had the opportunity to hear from Ustada Aisha Prime today, who is a dynamic, powerful voice and a respected Black American Islamic scholar. In addition, we are planning to bring an event to bring these diverse voices on this topic so we can continue the dialogue. Number two, engage. In the fall of 2019, the MAPS board created a committee for diversity, which we formally introduced early this week. We have a board member that is leading this initiative and has the full support of the board. We will use this forum as a platform to engage the community and the youth to come up with recommendations on what policies and processes we should have in place to address the issues highlighted by the Black community. The board will provide an update to the community in the next 90 days. Enact. We have to look at our broader programs at MAPS to ensure they also adequately and appropriately address this issue. We will work with individual leaders of different MAPS programs and explore training for board members and their leaders so that we can address the issues of race within our own community and in the larger society. Please consider this as a start of the process of healing, the renewed commitment to building trust and working together. We, the MAPS Board of Directors, will love to hear your feedback on this important issue and contribute to creating a community that can live up to the ideals of a beautiful faith. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, this would be the conclusion of this lecture. We hope to see you, inshallah, next week.